Hello, sports card world. It's ZiggyNo, and we are talking sports cards. It is Monday, June 27th. Man, less than what's it, a month away till the national? I don't know, but I'm hoping to be there. Hoping a lot of you guys are looking forward to it. Go if you want to, whatever you know. What I'm saying. I will give you quick updates. Tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, Ty and Mike on Bench Clear Media will be doing the announcements for the winners for Bench Clear's Hobby Palooza over the weekend. Great event. I'll talk about that in a moment. Also tonight, or I think 9 o'clock, I think 9, but check Flipping Steve's channel. He's going to be doing the winner for a national trip. What's exciting about this is he's going to do a trivia game. So it's like a competition. You have to be present to win. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited about both events. Also, a lot of other great content. Really good video I watched today on kind of ethical questions in the hobby from baseball card collector, investor, dealer, in that order. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the content of the weekend. Okay, start with the best I saw this weekend. The best has to be Friday night. Dustin and Jason from Cards and Comics. I love this. It was great. I mean, it was great. Dustin, thank you. Thank you for having Jason on. Jason, thank you for sharing. You're so knowledgeable. You're so friendly. You're like, I don't know. It's funny. I can't tell if you're like 25 or like 35, 40. You just you have a wealth of knowledge, and your stories, man, your PC, your knowledge, the way you just kind of weave education in with stories. I can't thank you enough. Really, Justin, thank you very much. And I hope you do have Jason on. I'll tell you what, it made me, I'm going to reach out to Jason and do another collaboration with him because I really enjoy what he says. There's a lot of great knowledge. I think I said this this weekend. One of the big differentiators, guys, in the hobby is knowledge, knowing what's going on. Real quickly, I'll move on. Another great video. I think this is from the weekend. Raul, Coach Co, and a guy named Card Cartel, which I had not heard of directly. But listen, I love this conversation. I can relate to them. There's a lot of the same things I was thinking. I wanted to be a part of this. Highlights from it, talking about, I don't want to say just the shady activity in the hobby, some of the bad things that people have been doing, people kind of looking the other way, and some of the corrections that have been happening, and positive things about the hobby. What still makes the hobby great? There are still opportunities to both enjoy the hobby, enjoy making money, enjoy collecting. It was a good conversation. I want to definitely collaborate, talk to these guys again. Really enjoyed this conversation. I'll also say probably the highlight of the weekend has to be Bench Clear. There's so much to talk about. I'm probably gonna do a separate video on Bench Clear. So much good content. What I really liked about this is I tune in to watch the Blind to Be Very Refractors, and Carlos was there. I was like, that's freaking cool, man. I saw Victor, the rookie card specialist, on several people's channels. Filmington was on several people's channels. I had several people on my channel. It worked out, man. You got to meet other people. What I realized too, I was humbled by how big and small the community is. Big in the sense there's so many people out there making great sports card content, and small in the sense that we're all really connected very closely. Remember that Kevin Bacon 7 degrees of connection or whatever? There's probably like a 2 or 3 degree of separation in the hobby from people that you know. Really enjoyed this. I will come back to this at the end. Again, really enjoyed this conversation. Next up, Inglorious P. There are a lot of people talking about the logo, man. I love this. If you guys didn't follow this weekend, it sold for $2 million with the premium. It was 2.4. I agree with Inglorious P. I think this is $100,000, maybe a $250,000 card. It breaks some of what I call the hobby collector commandments. Thou shalt be a rookie card, and thou shalt have either an autograph or it be touched by said athlete, right? And that can't happen with the Panini LeBron card. So it just can't be that great. It's pretty, it's cool, very good chase card. Boy, you did a great job. I giggled at Ken Golden, who is pimping this out like he's going to break some record. Thank you, hobby. Thank you, hobby. And I'll tell you what, I kind of knew, like, this is kind of a no-brainer. I think really, and if it's sold for a lot, everybody would have blown their horn. But, it is what it is. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to talk too much about it. I do hugely recommend Glorious Peak. Real quickly, investment game is a guy I want to have on, did not have on the show Bench Clear this weekend in my little meet everybody. I'm going to have him on. I like this video because he calls out Sports Card Invest and Sports Card Consultant directly. And he gives examples of how they did. Like they leveraged Jeff's name, Sports Card Investor, to get popularity. I'll also make a comment. Sports Card Invest was originally KB Legends. KB Legends was a gamer. About 35,000, 30,000, some of his subscribers. And I have video proof of this. If you look at my early videos, were gaming videos. He probably picked up 10,000 subscribers during the boom, and he was selling a sports card channel. Then he went back to video games or something else, and then went back to being Sports Card Invest. And not important. Don't want to give him too much time. I agree with this gentleman in Infinite Investment Game. These two are horrible for the hobby, and that is Sports Card Invest and Sports Card Consultant. I know you're like, well, Ziggy, what about? I'm just saying, I don't like the game those two play. It's too. I don't know. This was a great video, Trike, and I'm just gonna hit this real high level. Did the live selling, Whatnot, Loop, Drip, whatever you want to say. There's these live selling platforms, and what we're seeing is, and you're hearing about this too, is that hey, look, auctions aren't selling very well. People are going to stop doing auctions, right? Alt auctions are killing the industry. They're going at like a fraction. It's a good reason to get rid of alt. Is like you can get something at 20th of the price. Now, does that make it the new comp? I don't know. In fact, I would have asked the card ladder guys, does that bring all these new comps down? This was a great video that Sports Card Radio did. He looked at some of the high valued cards that ended in the golden auction where they ended at. This one was a big one, okay, because this is one of those cards that was hyped up and it's just been on decline. There are a few that he points out have kind of hit, have started coming up. But this one I mentioned because I heard Crosstalk guys, Josh and Chris, on Friday night, just hyping the golden auctions, right? Oh, this card's a big card. This card's only 50% of its value. And this card, and this is one I think was at 400,000. Like, oh, it's only 50% of its value. It's going to go for much more. And they both thought the LeBron Jameses were going to go for more. And again, I would just say this: you can tell in their voice how they have changed to sell golden. It's kind of given this whole thing in their pitch about how you got to find trusted name. Confidence is so important. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my god, guys. How do you do this? I mean, I guess you're paid very well. I mean, they must be, right? They are sold their company PSA, who am I? And this is why this is a hobby to me, guys. I guess if it was my job, I'd probably say some things too. I saw this video. This is another golden video, by the way. Show me the money, all the costs you need to know before sending your cards for grading. They talk about BGS. They talk about, I think, SGC, and they compare them. This is my favorite pitch. First of all, I'll say this. I don't like the fact that Golden's commenting on grading, although it's part of their cross business, right? Companies do this all the time, Ziggy. I understand that. It's called, cross promotional advertising. Like Disney's going to promote ABC, and ABC is going to promote ESPN. They're part of the same empire. But I think it's funny to listen to this. PSA pitches this as graduated weight, or graduated rate, not graduated weight, graduated rate, which I think is the biggest stick up the hiney that we get. Is that basically when they grade a card, if the value goes up, they're like, well, it's going to cost you more to get the card back now. It's worth more because it's a 10. Where with Beckett, you just send them this money to the cards. It comes back a pristine black label 10. They're not going, oh, we want more money before you get the black label back. No. PSA, you're holding these cards hostage, dude, with those graduated rates. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. I'm just going to call it as it is. Okay, real quickly, I'm going to do a video on this, but I did back in a year ago, May 18th, how to request a replacement for a card when it's factory damage. I sent in a Silver Prism LaMelo ball that was off-centered. I got the results back. That'll be another video. You can check out this video. You get all the information about how to do it. It works. I got mine back. I'm not going to ruin the video, make you wait. You can watch the video if you want to. It worked. I got a really nice Silver Prism back. Just the same one, but centered. It's not the same one, but a different one. Okay, Curator. I think this is funny. He's talking about the show and how bad it is. And then he puts up this thing, need to pretend like I'm going to think about it. Truth is, I'm really desperate to make a deal. May I comment about that? I know you put this in this video to make it funny, but it's kind of a glimpse into your character. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You should be helping, I don't know, make a deal. Hey man, it's been a slow show. I'll take $100 of it. You're going to offer me list sticker price. I would accept. You could have spun it that way. But again, you're funny. You're hilarious. Great. Okay, next up, Dan the Card Man. Big fan of his channel, and man, he's on the cusp of 1,000. So I want to be there when he breaks 1,000. Guys, support his channel, subscribe to his channel. If you haven't already, go over, subscribe to his channel, help him break the 1,000. It's so important to the new channels, guys. It really is. It's not just about monetizing, it's about getting more algorithm love. Great breakdown of the hobby. He talks about everything for Panini quality control, the HGA CEO, which I'm not going to beat that horse because it's funny. I'm surprised people are focused on that horse for allegations when we have actual criminals in the hobby, and everybody seems to be like, it's okay, man. I mean, we got real bad people, maybe not criminals. That's the wrong word. Unethical people have broken hobby rules. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's allegations. I don't know what to say about the Jeff thing. Guys, I watched this video. I want to say I'm on my second run through. Really good. I'm actually going to make a follow-up to this. It's another one of those videos I do recommend. It's long, 2 hours, but come back and listen to this. Very, very good video. Okay. I think that's all we want to talk about. Okay, Hobbypalooza. Again, if you weren't there, I do recommend it. I'll probably do a separate video on this. Great breakdown of who was at the show. One thing I thought was very funny, guys. One thing I'm just going to make this last comment. If you made it this long, you tell me that was funny. We all got an hour to do what we want to do with our slot. Bench Clear really didn't care. You could do whatever you wanted. Just said, keep it friendly, be nice, share Hobbypalooza. And I tried to share Hobbypalooza stories. And the one thing I think about is when I was a small channel, I just wanted some love, man. Give me 5 seconds of attention and something I can, get 1 or 2 more subscribers. And let's hope everybody who came to Hobbypalooza for my hour, help them get a little more love. Jeremy Lee here did a commercial for Tag. This is funny. Like, all I can say to myself, and I don't want to keep Jeremy up here too often. Jeremy Lee, who runs Sports Cards Live, gets an hour at Bench Clear. He's like, yeah, I don't know what I'll do for Bench Clear. What can I do for Bench Clear during that hour? I don't know, it's Hobbypalooza. Hey, Tag. Hey, man, I've got an hour of prime real estate. I can tell you. You want to see crossover? What's it going to be worth? I don't even know. I'm just guessing. I'm pulling this out of my hiney. I'm the skeptic. But don't tell me you weren't thinking that, right? I mean, come on. So I will tell you this, guys, if you watch this long, this has spawned me to, I'm going to be launching 2 new shows. I don't know if I'm going to keep this daily format going. It's very time consuming. I love it. I love the hobby so much. I feel like I got to talk every day, but I'm working on 2 new shows that I'm going to launch. 2 shows that I'm going to launch on a weekly basis. That might be all I do. I might just go to 2 shows a week, maybe. I might transition that. I'm looking at July as being my transition date, by the way. So later this week, maybe the weekend, maybe after the holidays, somewhere in July. 2 shows I'm going to launch. And it's really spawned by what I've seen and what I've been inspired to. I realize that, sometimes if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. And you'll see what I mean. Guys, thank you very much for being here. Really, really had a great hobby weekend. Went to the Chantilly show, saw Flipping Steve. Hobbypalooza was a blast. Guys, have a wonderful day.